Breakfast with KXVU.
Trickstar Radio.
Just gone 9 minutes past 8 here. We're live on Trickstar Radio. We have the team in the building. One more time, who have we got in the building, just so everyone knows exactly who they're talking to?
Bets.
Busy.
And M's.
Good stuff. So what I want to talk about next is just a kind of general kind of background into the kind of themes of the stuff that's being talked about here, because obviously when I got sent over the music, I did listen through everything. I heard a lot of songs which had a lot of kind of potent themes going on in them. Everything was very much hitting a solid point. There isn't a lot of conversation just kind of idly there for lyricism. There's a lot of everything has a specific topic that you're going in on every single tune. Is that something that you've intended to do from the start, or was it a case of that's just how the writing process has ended up?
For me, I think these men are the same. I don't know. You know what I mean? But for me, when I write, it's from there, innit? It's from the heart. It's from things that I've been through, what I'm living right now, what I've seen on the roads, and what I'm going through mentally, physically, emotionally, everything. You know what I mean? And there's not a lot of people out there that will do that. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people out there, they ain't gonna tell you how they're really feeling. They're gonna tell you that they got this amount of that, this much gas, this much car, they gone on this much trips, but really they're broken in their mum's flat.
Very
do you know what I mean? And they're wearing fake jewelry, fake clothes, everything. Do you understand? Be real. Be real.
Is that the same for everyone?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, shout out to Bets. He's helping me do this still. He's making the music more from the heart, means more. It means more instead of all this stuff that's going on.
Just so the listeners are aware, you are currently speaking for a mask, aren't you? Just in case. It's a little bit muffled.
Sorry, guys.
That's all good. It's all good. I thought I'd point it out just so people are aware. So one thing I want to touch on as well is kind of studio stories, because there's always a bit of gold in sort of studio stories and like organisations. I can tell already by the laughs. There's a few ones that are going to be in here. So obviously you all make music together. How often do you spend in studio together? By that alone, I can tell it's a long period of time.
It's always
5 hour, 6 hour sessions, and that's like 2-3 times a week.
Yeah.
So when like you say 2-3 times a week, is that something you have kind of locked in, like scheduled, or is it just a case of let's go?
Yeah. It's literally like a rota, man. Like it's set in place, so we can't fall behind, innit? So we're constantly just building. Like we have like a pattern. So when we go to the studio, we have like 5 hours and we leave with like 5 tracks. Sick. So it's like a pattern. Would you say you've got your like process of recording like down at this point? Like you know when you're going and you know what you're sorting. Yeah, 100%.
There's definitely a work ethic there. Like it's not just you don't just go in there like it's not like a wavy thing. Like we go in there to work in it like it's a working environment. Like we get what we need to get done in it. Like it's not. Do you know what I mean?
I do tend to find a lot of the time when you have a lot of people in sort of studio scenarios, it can sort of not descend. That's the wrong word, but it can turn into something very different very quickly.
Yeah, it turns mayhem.
A lot of the time. It can turn to mayhem. It can turn into more of a party sort of scenario rather than like a working environment. So I think having a kind of like a process behind it and having almost like that rota like you spoke about is a very good thing in regards to keeping like a structure there and keeping the workflow going. Give me some studio stories though, because I do want to hear a little bit about some mad scenarios that have happened.
What? Should we start with M's birthday?
Hey, no, I do think you can talk about that.
You see, this is the bit of the show that I love. I love asking about the madness of scenarios because I always end up hearing this thing of I don't know if it's it for radio.
Certain people got so thrashed that they ended up trying to balance things on top of their head. Sitting in the corner.
Real talk.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, can I ask like what? Like studio monitors, stuff like that, or
prohibited items.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I won't dig any further.
And certain man thought that the light was burning. Like, do you know what I mean? It's a bit crazy when you spend a certain time in the
especially if you're in the same environment for an extended period of time as well. Like it's it can kind of flip your head a little bit. You know what I mean? If you especially even back to more like a sort of working environment. Like how do you kind of counter the thing of like writer's block and stuff like that, or is it just something that doesn't seem to pop up?
No, writer's block. It gets me still, because where I spend a lot of time in the studio and I'm putting a lot of work in, sometimes I can go studio one week and not have a problem at all. The tracks will just be firing out, And then the next week I might go studio and I'll be sat there thinking, literally, like, I start saying, nah, the beat's cursed, bro. Like the beat's cursed. Like I can't write.
I like the term "the beat's cursed." Though. I do like that. We're gonna jump into another tune next. This one is Ems and Betts. Talk me through this one. I believe it's called "Coming for the
Game."
Coming for the Game. Talk me through it.
Okay, this is like the first visual we have together. There's actually a visual coming for this one on Link Up TV, hopefully sometime next week. I don't have an exact date, but hopefully sometime next week. But yeah, man, we just wanted to put a message out there, a strong message with the first visual in it.
Because we've got a lot of tunes, you know.
Yeah. Well, I can tell if you're following that
like
process,
over 70. There's like 70 just sitting there. We got like 4 mixtapes ready to go.
In regards to like mixtapes and stuff, is that something you're working on? Are you working on a joint project, all of you, or is it a case of all working on individuals?
We all got an individual EP together, innit? So all of us have worked together in some sort of time, and it's weird because I was gonna say about this, like, it's all natural, like each individual person that works together, the chemistry's there, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, it ain't forced, like it's already happened.
Again, coming back to that thing of it being organic more than anything else.
Obviously, everyone's got their own style, innit? So to incorporate that between the two, the finishing results,
It's a mazza.
Wicked, man. So talk me through the video. Then obviously it's a big visual, and it's meant to be dropping next week. Like, is there anything exciting we can expect in the video?
It's just really us, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just us. We're just coming for the game. Literally, we're coming for the game. It's just like, do you know what it is? This is the one that's going to kickstart. It's just like, obviously the visuals only get better as you progress. Like, so this is like the first visual that we're putting out there. The next visual will only be better. The visual after that will only be better after that. Do you know what I mean? Same as the tracks. Like,
how important do you think that is, the visual element in sort of today's scenario?
The way people are and the way they latch on to things and that things that they see in visually, that it plays a big part. But me personally, I feel that it shouldn't play a big part, because you should be listening to the music. When you're listening to the music through your headphones and you download it on Spotify, you're not watching the video.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
So really and truly, the video shouldn't matter that much. But to all these people out there that are like, I need to see something. Yeah, the visual matters.
The visual.
They want a movie, innit? They want a movie.
Do. People want a. Well, essentially, they want
to see how much money you got in the video.
That's to an extent. I'd agree with that.
That's
to
what
an
they
extent.
want to see.
Right, we're going to jump into this one next. Just gone 16 minutes past 8 here on Trickstar Radio. Can I get the best social media tags for everyone in the room, very, very quickly?
Instagram for me is Ems_artist.
Cool.
Instagram for me, Pudz Music.
Instagram RBizzy_artist.
Cool.
My one is official_Betts.
Good stuff. We're going to get into this one now. This one's coming for the game. Don't go anywhere. It's breakfast.
Waking up Brighton.
Breakfast with KXVU.